Good afternoon. Questions, please. It's great to see everybody. It's been a while.
Mike, what are Dom and your defensive people doing when you start 4 straight defensive guys? Just the mood of that collective group.
Well, really, as a coaching staff, it's kind of unique. I'm sure at every NFL team, our process is when we're in the draft room. Doug Collins, when a selection's getting ready to be made, Doug will walk out of the draft room and head down to the coaches hallway, and they're all sticking their head out the door to see if he's going offense and defense. So the point I'm making is everybody is excited about draft weekend and acquiring a player. So it's not really how they come to you, what round they come to you, but just the fact that you have a new player in your room, you get an opportunity to coach them.
Like we heard from Elliott and Brian, and the real focus was on bigger, faster for that secondary. Can you just touch on that?
Well, I think anytime you can get bigger and faster, and I think when you look at the first 2 picks, I think you just need to look back to our roster. You lose Sam Shields, you lose Micah Hyde, and these 2 young men will have similar types of roles and opportunity for those roles on our defense. So this is a sub-league. We've been obviously spent a lot of time as a coaching staff getting ready to put the installs in offense, defense, and special teams, but we're up over 80% sub each year. So the fact that we've added players that can play more in one position, I think is very important.
Hey Mike, you draft 3 running backs. I just wanted to check, is Ty Montgomery still a running back?
Absolutely. No, he's our starting running back. So I think it gives us excellent depth, and it'll be nice to have a full room.
In all seriousness, though, like adding 3, what does that do? What do you think that room's going to be like, and what's it going to be like on the field?
It's going to be competitive. I think how we like to play and how we're going to play. A running back's responsibility, the priority is to be able to stay on the field for 3 downs. So all 3 of those young men have shown that they can do that at a certain level. We'll acclimate them, teach them our system. Ty Montgomery can do that. So he will be our starter, but it's a competitive room. And you come out of the excitement of the draft weekend, you're adding players. We're still in the process right now trying to add free agents. The goal is to have the most competitive 90-man roster that you possibly can, and you want that competition to be as high as it possibly can in each position room. We obviously had some positions where numbers were not very high, and now after these 3 days, I think we have a competitive roster, a very competitive roster.
Is Josh Jones a traditional safety, or is he someone that can play some of that hybrid safety?
Josh Jones is a multiple position player, as I was referring to in my answer before. I think Josh, he's a lot of similarities to Micah, as far as the ability to play multiple roles, to be able to play on 4th down. So I think he'll be a very good fit. And hey, let's face it, we need to play more DBs. It's Morgan Burnett needs to play more than 2 positions. I mean, these are the things that we've come out of the off-season studies, and having players that can play multiple positions, move them around, have multiple sub-packages is something we're definitely leaning towards.
Why do you think you're better on defense right now than you were when the season ended?
I think we're better. We have a chance to be a better overall football team, and that's really the goal each and every year. So, this is a process. So we've had 2 good weeks. We've spent a lot of time going back through the cut-ups. We've changed a few things in our teaching environment, so we're off to a good start. We get on the field Monday, so that's always exciting. But to say we're a better team today than we were at the end of the season would be really kind of ridiculous, because I don't think there's a team in football that can be better in April than it was in December or January. So the goal is to start the process to be 2 wins better than we were last year.